You are taking a look at Santa Rosa, California, one of the hardest hit areas by the ongoing wildfires in the Golden State. And unfortunately, so many homes were lost, more than 5,700, and each one of those homes is someone's life. You can see just the widespread devastation, and it's almost more than you can even wrap your head around.
Yeah, memories, built up memories after all these years that are in these homes that have completely been destroyed from some of these fires. Also, 35 fatalities so far, at least, due to the fires out there. We do have Michella Flores on the phone with us, who is joining us from Santa Rosa, who lost her home in these fires there. Michella, we appreciate you taking the time for joining us here on Weather Nation, and we understand that you've had a very difficult last couple of weeks. First of all, you went to the concert in Las Vegas, the Jason Aldean concert. You experienced that tragic situation. You go home, and now we have the California fire crisis on our hands. So how's it been?
It's been very surreal. It doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't. I don't think I've completely processed it yet of the different things that have happened. I just think I have really bad luck.
I'm so sorry about that. And you were telling us that you got home, you had to leave for work quick, and then returned home only to have to evacuate and almost no notice at all. Can you just explain to our viewers what that was like, how that timeline all played out, and how you guys had to get out as soon as possible?
Yeah. So I have two different jobs. I'm a flight attendant, and I work at Kaiser Air, which is at the airport, Santa Rosa Airport. We fuel planes, including CAL FIRE, with all of the stuff that's going on. And I had heard across our ramp is the fire station, so I can hear their calls. And I knew there was a fire in Napa. So I finished my work. I closed up. I came home. And I used to be a firefighter. So I got up, we're kind of up on a hill. So I went to the backyard, looked, and I saw the fire, the glow of the fire, not the fire, the glow of the fire. And I looked at the winds, and I told my parents, I said, we need to pack up. You want to start packing some things up, because if that crest, it's probably going to come down that hill relatively quickly because there's so much fuel, and, you guys are going to need to get out. And so I decided I was going to go walk my dog, take my dog, and I was taking her in the car just down the street. And I used to also be a 911 dispatcher, so I was listening to Redcom, the frequency, and not but 5 minutes after I left, I heard our street. So I called my mom, and the first thing she said on the phone was, the fire is at the bottom of our driveway. So I turned around, came back. All they got were the dogs and a bag that had 2 computers in it. They got out. My dad apparently went back up to try to fight the fire. My cousin lives here too. He got out with the other car. I went up with a firefighter to try to find my father, went through the house. He wasn't around. Come to find out, he had made his way back down. So the house, at that point, the house next to us was already on fire. And the firefighters decided that there was not much to save on that house because it was pretty involved, that they were going to try to save this house. So we
go ahead, Michella.
No, I was just going to say there were many firefighters here at that point. So I was helping them pull lines, trying to get the shrub and the bushes out with a line, and then they were trying to hold this house, which they actually did. As of like 4 o'clock Sunday morning. But apparently it caught on fire, rekindled, and went out sometime Monday, we think.
Wow, and today, and just recently, you're making your arrival back home, with what used to be your home, and describe what you see there. You talked to us a little bit before we went on the air here about trying to find some personal items, and just to talk about what it has been like so far today.
Well, so we got back today. Apparently, I just heard the fires coming back this way, I guess. So anyways, we noticed that the other day that there's a closet that didn't get burned, and there's boxes in the closet. So we wanted to pull those boxes. And then I've just been going through the ashes and everything to see what I can find. I've found a couple of dishes, but the house is completely gone down to basically 2 ashes. So it's piled pretty high. So we've just been digging through it. Haven't found a whole lot of things at this point, but there's a lot to dig through. So that's what I'm doing today for a little bit, and then I've got to go to work. So,
oh my gosh.
And help CAL FIRE, fuel CAL FIRE. I don't help them. Fuel CAL FIRE, so they can keep their planes and such up in the air, helping with this.
I think that actually counts as helping CAL FIRE, doing anything you can to really help this situation. And I believe the area you are in is actually now looking at more evacuation orders because of that wind shift and the fire making its way back. You were explaining to us before the break that only a couple of homes were destroyed on the first round. Are there other homes in the area that might be threatened as the fire returns?
If it depends on how far it makes it down, there's only two houses in this neighborhood, my next door neighbor and this house, that have burned in this particular neighborhood. We back up against what's called Spring Lake and Annandale Park. They're parks. The fire, I know, has gotten into Annandale. I know it's gotten into Sugarloaf. It's burning right now, which is another park near here. They've evacuated up to about a half a mile from us here. And I guess they're doing advisories to this area. So, yeah, we've been watching and listening and seeing what's going to happen. If it comes down Highway 12, the rest of this neighborhood's going to go.
And I just want to make sure that, you and your family and friends, everybody's safe so far, everybody's accounted for that you know?
Yes. California has gotten crazy expensive, and most of my friends and family members and such have moved out of this area. But my parents are here, and they got out safely. My cousin's here, and he got out safely. And the friends I have here didn't live in this area. They lived out more west, and that area hasn't been affected, so that's good. I have a coworker. His house is completely gone at Kaiser Air. But other than that, I've been lucky and haven't had close people near me lose everything.
Wow, that's absolutely incredible and absolutely heart-wrenching. Michella, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. And we wish you and your family the best. You're in our thoughts and prayers here at WeatherNation.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that.
Can't even imagine what this must be like. First of all, experiencing two huge national tragedies and just within a couple of weeks of each other.
Yeah, it's absolutely devastating to see exactly what has been going on.